So, today, guys, I want to talk about how I stopped stressing about money. And here's what happened, right? So, I had a $300 electric bill, right? And, you know, the rent went up, I think $50, and random expenses kept hitting. And instead of spiraling, right, I decided to stop stressing about money. Not because I had it, but because I trusted something deeper, right? And then what happened next really surprised me, right? Um, so, I was checking my bills and feeling a tightness within my chest, right? I was overthinking, imagining worst case scenarios in my mind, because we all know how the mind likes to play that game. Feeling like my money controls my mood and who I am, right? And, then the shift happened, right? And it was, money stress wasn't solving anything, right? And I realized that. And I realized that worrying wasn't creating my income, right? I realized my nervous system was in survival mode with these things. And, I decided that even, if the money wasn't there yet, I was going to act like it was handled, right? Um, and this is big because it's like, um, you know, worrying and stress about all this is just going to create more of that. And if we decide that we're just going to keep worrying and worrying and worrying, that doesn't get us anywhere. And when we start to act like things are handled, and we have faith in God that everything is provided for us and it's already created. um, there is no stress to have, right? Regardless of what's in your bank account, regardless of whatever's going on. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you now about what changed within me. After stopping the spiraling, right? And so for me, I felt calmer, right? I felt more present within my days. I started to really listen to my thoughts. I started to take deeper breaths, right? I started making clearer decisions. Opportunities started becoming more visible to me. Okay. And, I wasn't reacting emotionally to my bills anymore. I just started saying, it's okay. I'll handle it. It's already done. I don't have to stress. It's just money. These things come and go. Right. Um, and my bills don't create who I am. So, and then my creative ideas started flowing to me easier because I was not in a stress state of how am I going to, accomplish this? And then I get myself tired and then I don't want to make a video. Right. Um, so, things that you can do to, stop this, right? It's, stop checking your bank account in panic mode and, you know, constantly looking to see if you have enough for this, if you have enough for that. Um, am I going to be able to pay the bill this month? Um, because this puts your mind in the worrying state again of, oh, I don't see it in my bank account. So how am I going to get it? Um, and we don't realize how many options we have to do these things, right? Like, you might have a credit card you could use to pay the bill for this month, and then you just slowly pay it off with your, paychecks or whatever. You could ask the bill collector to split the payments so that you could pay it, in payments. Like, there's options to this. There's even there's companies and stuff that will help you. They have um certain organizations and stuff that will help you to pay bills depending on who you are, right? And what's going on. um so number two, right, is to say it's handled, right? Instead of how am I going to afford this? It's handled, right? I don't have to worry. It's already done for me. God has my back. I trust in myself and I have faith. I have complete faith that this is going to work out for me. Um, and I can say this because recently I actually broke a tooth 2 days ago, and I was worried about it. I was like, "Oh God, like what am I gonna do?" Right? Uh, and because I my only appointment that I could get was 5 months out, right? And at least for the dentist I wanted to go to, and um, instead of and at first I was spiraling about it, and I actually couldn't sleep that night, and I was like, "Oh God, like what am I gonna do about this?" And I'm gonna be unconfident. I'm gonna have a problem with smiling, and blah blah blah. But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? What if I just called again tomorrow, told them about everything that's going on, and see if they can at least get me a temporary fix, um, so that I don't have to worry about this for the next couple of months. And that's what I did, right? I took the action and I called and they got me in literally the next day. Um, Actually the same day that I called in, right? And they also got my other appointment moved up to next month. So this just goes to show that when you like even if you spiral a little bit at first, but you learn to calm yourself in the moments, right? Um, you know, it's important that we do these things because like I said, the mind loves to play that game of worst case scenario, right? And the best way to handle these things before you do anything, right, is to regulate your body. Breathe. Take a deep breath in 6 seconds, let it out 4 seconds, right? And do this a couple times and just watch how your body calms down, right? Cuz you'll start to notice the tenseness in your body and the constant worrying state of like, how am I going to solve this? How is it going to work out? And your mind is constantly in a state of worry. So we want to drop that identity of I'm not this person anymore. This is the old self showing up, right? This is my old self. This is not me anymore. I'm an abundant being, right? I don't have to worry about a thing. I've always been taken care of and I've made it through worse than this. So what makes you think you wouldn't get through it now, right? So have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and trust that everything is working exactly how it's supposed to and that you do not have to worry about a thing. Even the things that seem like they take forever, right? This is simply because you're pushing in resistance against it within your mind, and you're worried about how it's going to work out. How am I going to solve the problem? Again, it's okay. Just take a couple deep breaths. Go do something you love. Go take care of some chores. Go make your video or make your music or listen to music or whatever, whatever makes you happy, whatever's your calm place. Um, Take the initiative to go do something. Get off your phone, put it away, even if it's just for an hour. Start taking showers and having the intention of washing off the day, right? And um, all these things are important. And whatever you do to calm yourself, whatever you do to relax your nervous system, do that. And I promise things will flow in more effortlessly. It takes less effort to be abundant than it does to be poor. And I know that sucks to hear for some people because they're like, what do you mean? But I promise you it works. Okay. So keep your head up and keep going. You got this. I'll see you in the next one. All of my links will be down in the description. And yeah, love you guys. Peace.